When people talk about learning English, they often imagine long hours with grammar books, memorizing endless vocabulary lists, or watching complicated lessons that make you feel more lost than before. But honestly, fluency doesn't come from studying all day. It comes from what you do every single day, in small but consistent ways. Think about it. Your English is like a plant. You can't water it once a week and expect it to grow. You've got to give it a little attention every day. So today, I want to talk to you about 10 daily habits that can quietly transform your English, not overnight, but for real. Let's start with something simple: listening. Every morning, while you're brushing your teeth or getting ready, just play something in English. It could be a short podcast, a YouTube video, or even your favorite TV show. The goal isn't to understand every word. The goal is to get your brain used to the rhythm of the language, the way words flow together, how sentences sound. I remember when I first started listening to English content regularly. At first, I could barely follow along, but after a few weeks, something magical happened. I started feeling the language. I could guess what people were saying even before they finished their sentences. That's how fluency begins, through sound. Now, once your ears are open, the next step is to talk, even if it's just to yourself. Yeah, I know it feels weird. Talking to the mirror or speaking out loud while walking around the room can make you feel a little silly, but trust me, it works. When you speak, you train your mouth to move in a new way. English has sounds your native language might not have, and your tongue needs practice to make them naturally. So, talk about your day. Describe what you see, or explain your plans out loud, like you're narrating your own life. I used to do that while cooking. I'd say things like, "Now I'm chopping the onions. Now I'm heating the oil." Over time, that habit made speaking English feel effortless. Another powerful habit is reading, but not reading like homework. I mean reading something you enjoy. Maybe it's a short story, a blog about your favorite hobby, or even English subtitles on a show you love. The secret is consistency. Read a little every day. When you see words in different contexts, you start remembering them naturally. You don't have to force it. Your brain connects the dots on its own. And here's a small trick. Keep a mini notebook or use your phone to jot down any new words or expressions you find interesting. But don't just write them once and forget about them. Try to use them. For example, if you learn the phrase "on top of that," make it your mission to use it during the day. Maybe say something like, "I was tired, and on top of that, it started raining." When you use new words in real life, they stick. Let's talk about watching. Watching movies or series in English can be one of the most enjoyable ways to learn, but you have to do it right. Don't turn on a complex show and expect to understand everything. Pick something simple first, maybe something you've already seen in your own language. That way, you know the story and you can focus on the language. Watch with subtitles at first, then without them later. I remember rewatching the same episode of Friends 3 times. The first time, I read the subtitles. The second time, I tried to listen without looking. And the third time, I realized I didn't need the subtitles anymore. That moment felt like a small victory. Another daily habit that really helps is thinking in English. I know that sounds strange. How do you control what language you think in, right? But you can train your brain slowly. When you catch yourself thinking in your native language, try translating that thought into English. Start with small things, like "What should I eat for breakfast?" or "I need to charge my phone." The more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. Eventually, English won't just be a language you speak, it'll be a language you think in. You can also make English a part of your environment. Change your phone's language settings to English. Set reminders or alarms in English. Follow English-speaking creators online. When you surround yourself with English, it becomes less of a subject to study and more like a normal part of your daily life. Now, let's not forget writing. I know writing sounds formal and a bit boring, but it doesn't have to be. Try journaling. Just write a few lines every night about your day. It's not for anyone else to read, so don't worry about mistakes. Write freely, and you'll start noticing how much better your sentences become over time. Sometimes I even used to write short stories or dialogues, not perfect ones, but they helped me think creatively in English. And if you really want to push yourself, record your voice. Talk about your day, your thoughts, or a topic you find interesting. Then listen back. You'll hear your pronunciation, your pauses, and you'll notice what needs improving. It's like being your own English coach. At first, you might cringe at the sound of your voice, everyone does, but it's one of the most powerful tools for self-improvement. And finally, remember this: make English fun. If learning feels like a punishment, you'll quit. If it feels like a game, you'll keep going. Reward yourself when you learn something new. Watch a movie, listen to a favorite English song, or have a conversation online with someone from another country. Every small interaction counts. The truth is, fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being comfortable. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to express yourself clearly and confidently. And these daily habits, listening, speaking, reading, writing, thinking, and surrounding yourself with English, will get you there step by step. So, if you really want to become fluent, start today. Not next week, not when you have more time. Just pick one habit from everything I said and do it today. Then add another one tomorrow. Small steps every single day. That's how fluency is built. And remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. The goal isn't to impress people, it's to connect with them. So keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing. Thank you for spending this time with me on the English Hour. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to come back tomorrow, because every hour spent in English brings you one step closer to fluency.